talked a little bit about the environmental toxins, but I want to understand this subject a lot more because I think it's very important. So Maria, help us to understand why we need to know about this.
So environmental toxins could be natural or human-made chemicals that can impact our health by messing up with different biological processes and systems that naturally take care of it in our body. And there is so much talk about environmental toxins because a lot of the disease that is happening nowadays is no longer genetic driven, which used to be the case in the past, but it's rather influenced by different environmental toxins.
Okay, so where do we find them?
Environmental toxins are everywhere. They're in the air that we breathe, they're in the food that we consume, they're in personal care and cosmetics, they're in cleaning products that we use, to clean our homes, into aroma products that we use, to make the air fresh, nice, in treatments that we use for our yard. They're literally everywhere around us, which is why it's not so easy to stay away from them. We're surrounded by them.
So I want to understand a little bit, Dana, from the biological perspective of the influence of these toxins on our bodies. Tell me a little bit about it. Help me understand a little bit more about this.
So the actual mechanism, it's different and depends on what type of toxin it is. A lot of them will just unfortunately mess up with our hormonal balance because they can be so similar to our own hormones, so it will just mimic their action and cause all sorts of reactions. A lot of them can impact the DNA, that is the genetic information. A lot of them can impair your liver function because at some point the liver is overwhelmed. The liver is the most important organ for the detox process. So there are just unfortunately so many ways that any type of toxin can impact our body, including the brain function. It can make you sluggish, affect your memory. Lots of studies recently about the connection between Alzheimer's and some of these environmental toxins, and of course not to mention cancer. That's another big one.
Okay, so help me understand, how are we exposed to these and how can we maybe help ourselves and our surroundings?
So 3 ways. One is through inhalation. So everything we breathe in goes through our olfactory system or our sense of smells, through the nose, through the air packages, and it gets into our lungs, and from there it could even get deposited into the lungs, or it can get filtered through into the bloodstream. The other 2 ways are through the skin. So topically, the skin is our largest organ, so anything we put on the skin goes through into the bloodstream. And the third way is ingestion. So we basically, for example, food, when we put stuff into our bodies, same mechanism, it gets into the body, it gets into the bloodstream, and then the blood carries it around all throughout the body into the different organs. And some of the environmental toxins can actually bioaccumulate in some of our body parts and organs.
We're going to go into a little bit more information in the next video, but thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks.